What's up, everybody? Celtic Character here, back with our video with those 10s and 20 views. Uh, More of the Panthers fan does mock draft for every team in draft order. Today, we're moving on to the other Blue Kitties, the Detroit Lions. Yeah, I don't want the as a blue cat, blue team cat to blue team cat, probably be the best blue team cat. It'd probably be the best cat team out there. But I cannot be biased because actually I have nothing against Detroit other than they beat the Penguins in the Stanley Cup. That's more Red Wings than Lions. But still, moving on to the draft. According to this, you need edge, guard, corner, safety, wide receiver. Wow, that's almost identical to what Baltimore needed. All right, seeing what's going on. Kind of interesting way this draft is unfolding. I don't know why they keep saying we're going to take an offensive tackle. That would be great, like an F, in my opinion. Moving on down. Wow, Shiloh Sanders fell to Seattle, which wouldn't be a terrible pick for the kid, to be all honest. All right, we are up. Pick 4. No. Wow, okay, they actually accepted that trade? Shit. Risky. I think I might have just screwed myself a little bit there. Actually, no, I actually don't hate that. The reason why I don't hate that, like if you look at the players taken, we traded with the Saints. They drafted a guard, edge, tackle. Like that's like really the only player that would have been on our board that we'd be like, all right, cool, let's go get that. And here's the second one. So now we don't have to. So we lose a fifth-year option. Okay, cool. But we grabbed another pick early. I'm thinking Xavier Watts. I really like him as a pick for Carolina. Like especially when you have Kyle Hamilton in that division, you can kind of go, not Kyle Hamilton. Harrison Smith. Like Irish safety. Come on, let's get to it. A second next year. Make or fall. Nope. I know Lions fans just I'll say everything no to them. All right, we're up. So we grabbed a good safety already. We do need a guard. I think I took him the last one too. Yeah, I took him in the last draft too, and I'm gonna do it again because when you're 6'6", 308, there's normally things that you like. Oh, he needs to work on this. Reading this here, it's like offensive lineman wins with strength and football IQ and tough football player. That sounds like a player I want as a guard. Protector, rush, edge. Like there's nothing really negative about him. I'm going to take him. You have Garrett Goff as your quarterback. I'm not sure what the status of Goff is, so I'm not gonna like rush to take a. No, that's actually not bad. We're losing a fifth next year. We're picking up a third next year. Our next pick is 102. There's someone here that I like. Not really. It was the Eagles. So we're getting their next 2 picks. And I actually like that trade. Yeah, cool. I'm good with that. Like no one really off the charts that we would like, hey, this is within our position need. Maybe Kevin Winston Jr. No, we just grabbed the safety. So I'm good with that. No. Get a fourth. Never mind. Okay. Hey, I tried. I tried. All right. So we are up. We need an edge. We need edge guard. We have the guard, right? Yeah, we have the guard. Okay. So we need edge corner safe. The edge corner receiver. So offense. Wide receiver. Let's see. 5'9", a little bit on the short side. We could probably grab. Oh, that's not. Yeah, Nick Nash. Nick Nash. Oh no, you killed your draft stock there, buddy. Ty Felton, 6'1". All right. Obviously, stretch the field. So that means speed and separation, fluid motions, ability to generate yards at the catch adds value. Okay, where's his? However, he profiles a piece of. I really don't see it. Like, he's skinny. That's the issue. Like, if your biggest issue with that is he's skinny, I'm good with taking a gamble, taking him probably a little too early to make sure we get him. All right. 2 picks this year. 101. We back 7 just to get that and the 7th. Hey, I'm trying. I'm working the art of the deal. All right, Mr. Strong. Good football name. Good football name. He plays physical at the line of scrimmage. Okay, good. Anticipates correctly. Jump out, but aggressiveness can leave. Okay, yeah, we can work on the aggressiveness. Strong is perfect fit right there. Boom. Moving along really nice. I'm liking this. I am liking this draft class for Detroit. I will say if Will Howard's available in like the 5th, I might take him. Just for the fact that like okay, you have Stafford. How long are you gonna have Stafford? All right, moving along. Will Howard won it. Okay. All right, so we got corner, receiver, guard. Wow. So the only thing we're missing is edge. Oh, I thought that was somebody else. Oh, there you go. Edge. Ohio State to Detroit. Jack. It's Jack Sawyer. Perfectly placed right there. All right, so Dolphins want to propose. I'm trying. It's like, all right, so I think we hit everything we need. Edge corner, safety guard. Yep. Okay, so now we're just playing with how can we make the team better. What was Detroit's big issue? I can't remember, but they made it to the playoffs, but they just couldn't get over the hump. So. Pick one of 3. Okay. No, I think they have a decent running back. They have Golden Tate. We drafted another receiver. 6'4". Wow. Big little three. I actually don't hate this. But it's like big threat. The career volume concerning of 65 receptions. But like, it doesn't say he has a lot of drops. So it's like, is it just because of where he played being the issue? So, grab another receiver. We got a good chunk of picks. I think we have like 5 picks left. Oh, we got 3. Well, one of my favorite players right there, Riley Mills, still on the board. Nope, went to Green Bay. Green Bay took a pick that I think Detroit would have liked. Ironically, they do that all the time. to Green Bay. I'll be shocked if he gets drafted. Like, to not have the arm strength, I think, to go to the next level. Like heart and leadership, yeah, arm strength. Wow. I was gonna take him. All right, sitting where we're sitting. Really nothing. I'm not a Lions fan at all. We have two good picks here. First is Jake Majors, 5-year starter, lots of snaps. So he's a lot of football experience out there. Very good. Offensive tackle. There's like potential. I'm gonna go center. I do not know the Lions line situation. But, finding a great center is very hard. And if you have one that you can kind of develop and just in case it's all working, it doesn't work out, all right, cool, perfect. Let's see, we got, I think 2 picks left. 128 and 144. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know you, Detroit. I'm taking players that I just know of. Colby King. I think he could be a high-end linebacker. So if you get him in round 7, no one's going to be complaining. So we got 1 pick left. This is our last pick. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to see if there's someone who's like, you know what? I don't know what's Detroit's kicking situation, so I'm drafting a kicker. I'm drafting a kicker. I don't know your kicking situation. Last pick of the draft, taking a kicker just to play it safe is never a bad call. So yeah, all right. Let's see how did I do. Kind of traded off first round, might have been a mistake, but I did end up getting Xavier Watts. I think. Great safety, like 13 interceptions in 2 years. I think he led Notre Dame in like forced fumbles. It's like not elite speed, but he's just smart. Kyle Hamilton, Harrison Smith, Notre Dame safeties. He's the prototype Notre Dame safety. But it's like he hits, and he's smart back there. So like I said, look at the other Notre Dame safeties that are in the league, one in your division, and you'll have a good sense of Xavier Watts. Ridgeledge, big, strong, nothing negative. Perfect guard for you. Ty Fulton, speed receiver. I cannot think of your receivers. I think you have a good Zay Flowers. That's who you have, Zay Flowers. I think he's probably a good type there. Strong. Again, when they have like I'm like skimming. I see really nothing here that screams like giant red flag. I'm going to take him. So that's why we got him. Jack Sawyer, I think he probably be more outside linebacker, TJ Watt style player than like O'Brien Burns, who's always having his hand in the dirt. You can never have too many good big men. Depth at center, Kobe King. I don't know your linebacker situation. I think this kid could be really good. It's like run stop rate of 8% to smart player and a kicker. I don't know your kicking situation, but known for accuracy, consistency, and reliable. Yeah, with impressive range, I'm not going to be complaining. And I got you a third from the Jets, so that's going to be a high third pick because it's from the Jets. But that's it. That's all I have. I guess I'll see you weird people later.